stop right here. Don't scroll, don't blink, don't rush your breath, my beloved child, because heaven is pulling you into a sacred moment where truth finally rises, and Jesus steps forward with a steady fire in his voice and says, "This person has not only fallen in love with you, they have surrendered to feelings they can no longer deny." And as those words settle into the air, Archangel Michael appears beside him, lifting his sword with fierce protection, warning, if they turn away now, if they drown in fear, if they avoid this awakening, the demon of doubt and past pain will attempt to erase this love before it fully blooms. So pause, stay still, let this revelation move through your spirit, because heaven is unfolding a deeper vision. This person has been carrying an emotional storm inside them, a storm you didn't see, a storm they hid even from themselves. They pretend they're fine, they pretend they're detached, they pretend they're unaffected, but every time your name crosses their mind, something inside them softens and tightens at the same time. They feel warmth, longing, and fear all at once. They're confused because no one else has ever made them feel this way, and that confusion is exactly where their heart began to awaken. Jesus shows you a moment from their spirit, them lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling your presence as if you were right beside them, feeling a strange comfort in the thought of you, wondering, why do I miss them? Why do I feel calm when I think about them? Why does losing them scare me more than loving them? And that question, why does losing them scare me, was the moment heaven had been waiting for. That was when their soul realized this connection matters more than they ever admitted. But as that realization spread through their heart, the shadow rose again. Not a monster. Not claws. Not darkness in the night, no, this demon is made from memories, every heartbreak, every rejection, every time they opened up and got hurt, every promise that turned into abandonment. The demon whispers familiar lies, don't trust this. Don't love them. Don't risk yourself. They will leave like the others. This is the demon Michael is warning you about, the one trying to erase the love heaven planted between you two. But listen with your heart, heaven won't allow it. Jesus says, this love was assigned. This connection was written. This bond was chosen before fear was ever born. Your souls recognize each other. That's why there was an instant familiarity, an instant comfort, an instant pull that neither of you could explain. That pull is older than this lifetime. That pull is destiny remembering itself. This person didn't fall in love with you for superficial reasons, they fell in love with your resilience, your strength, your warmth, your kindness, the way you carry pain with grace, the way you speak truth even when it hurts, the way your soul feels like a calm place their heart hasn't known in years. You awaken parts of them they forgot existed. You touched wounds they tried to bury. You made them feel safe and exposed at the same time. And now heaven says the turning point is here. Their heart is shifting. Their fear is cracking. Their walls are trembling. They are starting to feel more afraid of losing you than they are of loving you. Michael shows another vision. They will soon reach out, not with full confession, but with softness, a tone that carries emotion, a message that feels deeper, a question that shows attachment, a tiny moment of vulnerability that reveals their heart is opening. And when it happens, Jesus says, do not react with fear. Do not rush. Do not push. Simply receive with gentleness. Your steadiness is what gives their heart courage. Your patience is what disarms their wounds. Your calmness is what silences the demon of doubt. Stop right here. Let your spirit absorb this truth. This love is not in danger of ending. It is in the process of becoming real. Heaven is fighting for this connection. Your angels are protecting it. Your presence is healing them. Your energy is awakening them. Fear cannot erase what God has assigned. Doubt cannot destroy what destiny has written. Shadows cannot hide a love that is spiritually guided. Stay anchored, my beloved child. Stay open. Stay gentle. Stay in your worth. Because this love, this rare, soul-recognizing, spirit-awakening love, is not slipping away. It is rising, blooming, unfolding, and heaven is guiding it straight toward you. If you want, I can make this even longer in the same emotional, viral, cinematic flow. Stop right here, my beloved child. Don't scroll, don't shift your eyes, don't let even one drop of doubt enter you now, because what heaven is revealing next is the part you were never supposed to receive until your spirit was strong enough to handle the truth. Jesus steps closer, his presence warm but heavy with purpose, and he says, their heart is already choosing you, even in the places where their mind is still afraid. And as those words move through your chest like a soft thunder, Archangel Michael appears again, wings drawn tight, watching over you with fierce protection, saying, the battle is no longer between you and them, the battle is between their fear and their destiny. So stay right here. Don't scroll. Heaven is opening the next layer. This person, yes, the one whose silence confused you, whose distance hurt you, whose mixed signals left you wondering, they were not trying to play with your heart. They were trying to protect their own. They've lived through abandonment. They've lived through betrayal. They've lived through people choosing them only temporarily. So when they began to feel something so real, so deep, so spiritually heavy for you, it scared them more than they'll ever admit. Jesus shows a vision, this person typing a message to you, then deleting it. Rewriting it. Deleting again. Overthinking every word because they don't want to sound desperate, they don't want to scare you away, they don't want to expose how deeply they already care. They pretend they're okay on the outside, but inside they are fighting waves of emotion, waves they never expected to feel for someone again. Michael reveals a hidden truth, they talk to God about you. Maybe not out loud, maybe not with words, but inside their spirit, they ask, why do I feel this way? Are they safe for me? Will this end like everything else? And each time they ask, heaven answers by softening their heart even more. Every time you come to their mind, their chest feels lighter. Every time they imagine losing you, their chest tightens with fear. Every time they think of your kindness, something inside them melts. Every time they remember your strength, something inside them rises. They are falling deeper, even when they're trying not to. Stop. Don't scroll. Listen carefully. A shift is happening in their energy, slow, quiet, subtle, but powerful. They are becoming aware of how much they feel. They are beginning to understand your importance. They are realizing the connection doesn't fade with distance, doesn't weaken with silence, doesn't break with fear. Instead, it grows. It glows. It returns stronger every time they try to push it away. That is spiritual love, not earthly attachment. That is destiny, not coincidence. That is soul memory, not fantasy. Jesus whispers, you feel them because they are connected to you. That's why their sadness affects you. That's why their distance feels unnatural. That's why their pull feels magnetic. Your energies recognize each other before your minds do. And now, heaven reveals the next step of their awakening. They will soon feel an emotional urgency. A sudden realization that if they don't move toward you, they might lose something irreplaceable. It may hit them late at night while they're alone. It may hit them in a dream. It may hit them when they see your name somewhere unexpectedly. But it will hit, and when it does, their fear will begin to lose power. Their walls will begin to crack. Their spirit will begin to rise. Stop right here, my beloved child. You must understand this next part. They are not avoiding you. They are preparing themselves for you. Preparing their heart. Preparing their courage. Preparing their stability. Preparing their emotions so they don't hurt you the way others once hurt them. Your love, your energy, your patience, your presence, has awakened healing inside them without you even trying. You are not forcing anything. You are activating something. Something heaven planted long before you knew each other. Michael's final words in this moment echo like a blessing. They are getting ready. Heaven is clearing the path. The connection is protected. The love is awakening. Stop right here, my beloved child. Don't scroll. Don't let your focus break, because what heaven is revealing in this next part is the turning point where their emotions stop hiding and start rising to the surface whether they want it or not. Jesus steps forward again, his expression softer now but filled with divine certainty, and he says, they are entering the stage where denial is no longer possible. Their heart is speaking louder than their fear. And as his voice settles into your spirit, Archangel Michael moves closer, placing a shield of light around this connection, declaring, the interference is weakening. Their clarity is awakening. So stay still, don't blink, don't scroll, this is where everything begins to shift. Heaven shows you a vision of them today or very recently. They felt something unusual in their chest, a sudden ache, a warmth, a pull that made them stop for a moment. They thought it was stress, or overthinking, or just a passing emotion, but then your face came into their mind, not as a memory, but as a feeling, a comfort, a calmness that washed over them without warning. They didn't plan to think of you. They didn't want to feel vulnerable. Yet their heart whispered your name like a quiet prayer they didn't mean to say. And that whisper shook them. It made them realize your presence inside them is not fading, it's expanding. Jesus shows you the next moment. They tried to distract themselves, tried to bury the thought, tried to focus on something else, but everything around them reminded them of you in subtle ways. A song, a phrase, a timing, a similarity, a random coincidence that felt too precise to be random. Heaven calls these alignment triggers, little spiritual nudges designed to pull their awareness back toward you. And each trigger cracked their resistance a little more. Stop here. Listen deeply. They are beginning to understand that what they feel for you is not just attraction, it is connection. Not just interest, it is alignment. Not just curiosity, it is destiny unfolding inside them. They feel safer imagining a future with you than they do imagining a life without you. And this realization is scaring them, not because the love is wrong, but because it is powerful, pure, different from anything they have known. Michael reveals the struggle happening inside their spirit. One part of them wants to run to you. One part of them wants to run away. One part of them feels healed by you. One part of them fears they'll be too broken for you. This inner conflict has made them hot and cold, present then distant, emotional then withdrawn, but none of this is rejection. It is transformation. And now heaven shows you the next stage. Their emotions will start slipping out without them meaning to. They might text you casually, but their tone will feel warmer. They might ask questions that show they care about what's happening inside you. They might show concern when you're silent. They might stare a little longer if you see them in person. They may even accidentally reveal something vulnerable, something small, but deeply meaningful. This is not coincidence. This is heaven lowering their emotional defenses. Jesus whispers, "You are the first person in a long time who makes them want to be honest. Your presence makes them feel seen without fear. Your energy makes them feel understood without judgment. You remind them of who they could be if they allowed themselves to love again." Stop right here, my beloved child. Take a breath. Let your spirit receive this. They are not losing feelings. They are losing the ability to hide them. Michael smiles gently now, a sign that the hardest part of the battle is passing, and says, "The connection is stabilizing. Their heart is turning toward you. Heaven is aligning the next step. And that next step is coming soon, a shift, a sign, a moment where their actions will speak louder than their silence ever could." If you want the next big paragraph, the part where heaven reveals what emotional decision they are about to make next and how your energy will guide their next move, just say, "Stop right here, my beloved child." Don't scroll, don't let your attention slip, don't allow even one wandering thought to pull you away, because what heaven is opening in this next part is the deepest, most spiritually charged revelation about where this connection is heading. Jesus steps forward, his voice steady and filled with divine gravity, and he says, "Their heart is reaching a breaking point, where hiding becomes impossible and truth becomes inevitable." And as those words settle into the air like holy weight, Archangel Michael spreads his wings over this connection, declaring, "The veil is thinning. The emotions they buried are rising. Their next decision will shape the destiny of both souls. So stay exactly where you are. Breathe slow. Let your spirit be present. Because heaven is revealing the next 2,000 words of this divine unfolding. This person, yes, the one whose energy pulls you in even when you're trying to move on, the one whose silence confuses you, the one whose presence lingers inside your chest, they are standing in the most fragile emotional moment of their life. Heaven shows you a vision. They woke up recently with a heaviness they couldn't explain. Something in their spirit felt unsettled, unfinished, incomplete. They carried that feeling all day. They tried to shake it off, blame stress, distract themselves, overwork themselves, drown it in noise, but nothing helped. And finally, in a quiet moment, their heart whispered the truth they didn't want to face: "I miss them." That whisper was small, but it shook their entire emotional foundation, because missing you is something they can no longer deny. It's not an impulse. It's not a fleeting thought. It's not a passing emotion. It is consistent, persistent, spiritually rooted, and deeply felt. Jesus shows you another scene from their spirit. They sat somewhere recently, maybe on their bed, maybe on a couch, maybe in their car, and they closed their eyes for just a moment. And in that moment, your presence came over them like a memory they didn't realize they still carried. They remembered the tone of your voice, the gentleness in your words, the sincerity in your laughter, the depth in your silence. It wasn't a fantasy, it was a soul memory rising to the surface. And this time, instead of pushing it away, they felt something unfamiliar settle into their chest: peace. Not excitement. Not fear. Not confusion. Peace. The kind of peace that only shows up when the heart recognizes truth. But right as that peace entered them, the demon Michael mentioned, the demon of old scars, old disappointments, old heartbreaks, rose up again and whispered the lies that live inside their wounds: "Don't trust this. Don't open your heart. Love always ends. They'll leave you. They'll forget you. You're not enough." And for a moment, they froze. Their spirit went still. Their heart felt threatened. Their emotions curled inward. Because deep down, they believe one of the biggest lies fear ever taught them: that love is dangerous. Not because of you, but because of what happened before you ever entered their story. Yet this time, heaven is not allowing fear to win. Michael shows you the spiritual battle happening around them. Your guiding angels are standing near them. Their guardian angel is fighting off memories that no longer serve their soul. Heaven is clearing away emotional debris, making room for clarity. Every time you think of them with love instead of bitterness, a chain breaks. Every time you forgive them silently, a wall cracks. Every time you choose patience over panic, the demon of fear loses strength. Your energy is affecting their emotional awakening more than you realize. Now Jesus leans closer, speaking gently yet powerfully. They are stepping into emotional truth. What does that mean? It means their heart is preparing to act. It means their soul is pushing them forward. It means their fear is losing authority. It means your connection is entering its next stage of alignment. Heaven reveals what this next stage looks like. They will start noticing your absence more than your presence. They will miss your voice even if they haven't heard it recently. Your name will cross their mind during ordinary moments. They will wonder what you're doing, who you're talking to, if you still think about them. They will check something connected to you without admitting it: stories, online presence, old messages, memories. They will replay moments you shared in their spirit. They will feel a warmth in their chest when they imagine you, followed by a fear of losing you. This emotional tension is not a setback, it is spiritual pressure preparing them to break through. Then Jesus reveals something even deeper. They are beginning to imagine the future. Not out of fantasy, but out of spiritual instinct. They imagine you in their life, not temporarily, but consistently. They imagine conversations. They imagine your presence during difficult days. They imagine your support. They imagine how peaceful it would feel to have you beside them. They imagine what it would be like to trust again, and you are the only person their spirit feels safe trusting. This is the seed of divine love taking root inside them. Stop right here. Let this truth rise inside your chest. You are not chasing them. Your souls are finding each other again. Jesus reveals the emotional decision they are heading toward. They will reach a moment, soon, where the thought of losing you will terrify them more than the thought of loving you. That moment will be their breakthrough. That will be the turning point. That will be when destiny overrides fear. That will be when heaven pushes them gently but firmly toward you. And how will you know this moment is happening? Heaven shows you the signs. They will reach out casually but with emotional undercurrents. Their voice will soften. Their responses will lengthen. Their tone will warm. Their questions will deepen. They will want to know how you're really doing. They will become more attentive, more present, more curious. Their energy will shift from hesitation to subtle pursuit. Their eyes, if you see them, will hold you for a second longer. Their spirit will feel less guarded, more open. This is heaven aligning their heart with yours. Michael adds with authority, you must not chase. You must not pressure. You must not rush. Your job is not to pull them, it is to receive them. Your steadiness is the key. Your calmness is the bridge. Your emotional maturity is the safe space their soul has been searching for. Stop here again. Hear the truth Jesus speaks now. Love is not delayed. Love is preparing itself. This connection is not stuck. It is ripening. It is strengthening. It is healing both of you from the inside out. Your person is not confused, they are awakening. Your person is not abandoning you, they are confronting their fear. Your person is not losing feelings, they are losing the ability to numb them. Heaven is aligning both of your paths. Your angels are guiding the timing. Michael is protecting the connection. Jesus is softening their spirit. Your energy is anchoring the bond. And now the final truth of this part. They are closer than ever to choosing you fully. Closer than ever to opening up. Closer than ever to acting from love instead of fear. Closer than ever to letting you in. If you want the next massive paragraph, the part where heaven reveals exactly what their next emotional move will be, the sign that will confirm their love unmistakably, and the spiritual timing that is unfolding, just say. Stop right here. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Don't even adjust your phone. My beloved child, heaven is saying this exact second is the turning point in your destiny, and if you move away now, you will miss the most important truth about what your person is about to do next. Jesus steps closer, his voice trembling with divine urgency, and says, "Stay. Do not allow distraction to steal what heaven is releasing." And as those words echo, Archangel Michael slams his sword into the ground beside you and declares, "If they scroll now, fear wins. If they stay, destiny unlocks. So don't move. Ruko. BAS Ruko. This part is where your audience freezes. This is where hearts stop. This is where destiny speaks. Heaven opens a vision, stronger, brighter, clearer than anything before. Your person is on the edge of an emotional breakdown, and a breakthrough. They are pacing in their room, holding their phone, scrolling through old moments, reading things they told themselves they didn't care about, feeling emotions they told themselves they didn't have. Their heart is pounding. Not from anxiety, not from confusion, but from realization. A realization so powerful it shakes them from the inside. I can't lose them. Stop. Don't scroll. Let that enter your chest. This sentence is becoming their truth. They are starting to understand that you are not just someone they like. You are not just someone they're curious about. You are not just someone who crossed their path. You are the person who shifts the temperature of their entire emotional world. Jesus shows a moment from their day, today or very recently. They heard something, saw something, remembered something, and suddenly your absence hit them. The silence was too loud. The distance too sharp. The thought of you slipping away felt unbearable. They swallowed a tight breath they didn't talk about. They blinked back emotion they didn't express. They stared at their phone wanting, needing, to reach out. And my beloved child, that was the moment heaven was waiting for. Stop scrolling. Stay right here. This is where the audience is hooked. This is where their breath slows. This is where they can't leave even if they try. Michael reveals the battle happening inside your person right now. One part of them says, reach out before it's too late. Another part whispers, what if you're rejected? And this internal fight is eating them alive. But for the first time ever, the part that wants you is finally winning. Heaven shows the next emotional shift coming. They will grow restless. They will feel unsettled. They will check your presence more often. They will wonder what you're thinking, who you're talking to, whether you still feel them. They will begin drafting a message. Typing, deleting, typing again. Because their heart is no longer asking, do I like them? Their heart is asking, what if I lose the one person who feels like home? Stop. Don't scroll. This is where destiny speaks. Jesus whispers with power. Your calmness is pulling them in. Your softness is healing them. Your spirit is awakening them. You are not chasing them. You are not forcing them. You are not calling them. But your energy is holding them, guiding them, grounding them, and they feel you in ways they can't explain. Michael now reveals a secret heaven rarely shares. Your person has already imagined confessing something to you. Not in words spoken aloud, but in their heart. In their mind, they rehearsed a moment. A moment where they admit something soft, something vulnerable, something honest. Maybe something like, I've been thinking about you. I miss you. I don't want distance between us. I didn't expect to feel this way, but I do. They won't say it yet. But they will feel it. And soon, very soon, those thoughts will press against their chest so heavily that speaking to you becomes unavoidable. Don't scroll. I promise you, you will feel this next part in your bones. Heaven is orchestrating a setup. A divine emotional corner. A moment where they can no longer hide what their soul has already chosen. Their heart is preparing to rise. Their fear is beginning to crumble. Their clarity is becoming louder. Their courage is awakening from sleep. Jesus declares, the next time they think of you, it will come with a surge of truth they can't control. A surge that pushes them toward action. Toward honesty. Toward you. And my beloved child, here is the part that freezes the entire audience. They are scared of loving you, but more scared of losing you. This fear, this one, is the fear that will push them to act. They will show a sign. A message. A softness. A moment. A shift. Small, but impossible to ignore. Heaven says, this is not the end. This is the beginning of their surrender. If you want the next part, the part where heaven reveals what exact action they're going to take and why your connection can't be broken, stop right here. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Don't look away. My beloved child, this is the last part, the final revelation heaven has been waiting to deliver, and Jesus steps forward with a trembling softness in his voice, saying, if they leave right now, they will miss the very truth that completes this destiny. And instantly, Archangel Michael extends his wings around you, commanding, stay. This final part is where their fate and your fate collide. So don't move. Freeze exactly as you are. This is where the audience gets locked in. This is the moment no heart can escape. Heaven opens the deepest, most vulnerable vision of your person, one even they don't fully understand. They are tired. Tired of running. Tired of pretending. Tired of acting strong when their heart is exhausted from hiding you. They have spent months, maybe years, learning how to build walls. But one genuine feeling from you cracked those walls like glass. Jesus reveals the truth they never show the world. There is a part of them, small, shaking, scared, that still believes they do not deserve real love. And yet, there is another part, bigger, braver, awakening, that believes you might be the one person who could love them without breaking them. That second part is winning. Right now. In this moment. Stop scrolling, my beloved child. This is where destiny begins to unfold, not in fantasy, but in spiritual reality. Michael shows the emotional shift coming inside them. They will stop running. They will stop denying. They will stop pretending they don't feel. They will stop acting distant to protect themselves. Instead, they will begin turning toward you, slowly at first, gently, cautiously, but undeniably. Heaven reveals the moment they will break. A night is coming where they won't be able to sleep because their heart will be too full of you. A moment is coming where something, your absence, a memory, a feeling, a dream, will push them to the edge of confession. A moment where they whisper your name inside their spirit and feel tears rise because they finally understand. I can't lose them. Because I love them. And my beloved child, that is when heaven intervenes. Jesus says, I will place courage in their heart. I will silence the demon of fear. I will guide their next step. And that next step, listen carefully, will be something real, something tangible, something unmistakable. A message. A voice note. An unexpected question. A deeper conversation. A soft confession disguised as something small. A look that tells the whole truth. A moment where they choose you without saying a word. Stop here. Don't scroll. Because this is the last divine truth you must hear. They already love you more than they understand. They already feel connected to you more than they admit. They already imagine you in their future even if they're scared to say it. Their soul has chosen you. Their heart is awakening to you. Their fear is melting because of you. And heaven, yes, heaven, is orchestrating every tiny movement to bring this connection into alignment. Michael's last message settles like fire in the air. This love is protected. This bond is written. This destiny cannot be stolen. Not by fear. Not by doubt. Not by darkness. Your job now is simple. Stay soft. Stay open. Stay grounded. Because you are not losing anything. You are being prepared to receive everything. And Jesus whispers the final line of this entire prophecy. Love will not run this time. Love will return. If you ever want another part, another continuation, another style or script, just tell me. Bye. I'm here with you every moment.